dito ka.
Ay, ang galing naman ng keyboard na yan. Ang liit.
Mhm.
Yung
Oo.
keyboard niya.
For Apple.
Balak mo rin mag-Korea, sir. Pwede ka doon mag-masters ka.
I have other plans. Okay. So this is just going to be like a discussion about the updates in regard to ChatGPTs. Let's wait for it. What's her name again?
Teacher Quincy.
Teacher Quincy. Okay. Teacher Mika.
Mikay.
Mikay pala. Okay.
So, pero inoferan ka ni boss
Mm.
na mag-Korea.
And also as for now, di pa ako pwede mas kasi nandito pa yung nanay ko. Naalagaan ko siya tuwing weekends.
Pero gusto mo din?
Not really.
Not really. Ayaw mo sa Korea?
Mas prefer ko yung other.
Japan.
Yes.
Bakit, sir? Kung hindi mo naman if you don't mind, anong reason bakit ayaw mo sa Korea? Pressure?
No, not really. Pero when I was a child kasi yun na talaga yung dream ko.
Japan.
Pwede
ka mag-ALT.
ALT? Yes. I tried applying on that one before. Kaso lang I'm missing one document, so they didn't send any
Pero
invitation
pwede
to
ka
me.
mag-reapply, di ba?
Pwede. There's a particular schedule on that.
Gusto nga din mag-ALT. Ayun, sa Japan. Assistant language teacher.
So today, our discussion. Oh, good morning, everyone, and I would like to welcome Teacher Quincy and also Teacher Mikai. Thank you very much for coming to my mini seminar about the updates when it comes to ChatGPTs. So I'm pretty sure everyone here is familiar with. Oh, okay. Since we're live and we have like no viewers, go ahead and say hi to the camera. Okay.
Hi.
All right.
Good morning.
So I'm pretty sure everyone here is familiar about GPTs, right? Or rather, ChatGPT. I mean, it's like a norm here ever since ChatGPT was like created, and it somehow helped people a lot during its beta phase, and of course, we can say it's still not that perfect. But of course, as time goes by, there are some improvements in regards to ChatGPTs. And are you guys familiar that ChatGPT is now able to create an app of their own? Of course, not yet. And that is why I have this seminar right now. So as you can see here, GPTs, or rather, yes, it's not anymore called ChatGPT, but it's actually called GPTs. The reason why it's called GPTs is because it's able to create an app of their own. Now, what app are we talking about? What I mean is this one on the left side of the screen. Okay, it's actually this one. As you can see, it's not only about ChatGPT, or rather GPTs is not only able to provide assistance using chat itself, but it can also provide assistance in regards to a specific topic. Now, let's say for example, I need an app within ChatGPT that could help me when it comes to programming, specifically programming. Let's say Python. I'm sure you're not familiar with that one, but I'm just providing an example. So I can just create an app on the go, and then that app will be added here. And then whenever I need help when it comes to programming, I can just go to that app, and voila, it will provide me specific answers based from specific questions that I give. Now, another example, which is about this one. Oh no, no internet, sorry. But yes, so that's what I mean. Yeah, the problem is whenever I have to connect my laptop to, well, the big screen here, I have to lose internet connection. So the question is, how do we create an app using GPTs? Well, the first thing we need to do is actually just go to this lower left part here of, well, the window itself, and then once we click on this one, it will, well, it will try. I mean, it will send you to another page where you will see a list of your apps, or if your account is still new, only this one. And it's actually pretty straightforward. So once you're on this page, all you have to do, or the teachers, what the teacher or user need to do, is of course click the create a GPT itself. And then after the user click on this one, it will lead them to the next page itself. But actually, whenever someone thinks of creating an app, they always think like, oh, do I have to do coding and things like that? Actually, there's no need to learn any kind of specific coding when creating an app in GPTs. It's more like drag and drop, click, click, click. Yes, that easy. So once you click on create new app, that little circle here you saw earlier, it will send you, or rather it will lead you to another page, which is this one. Now, usually the default is it will send you to this tab here, which is great, but it's okay, you can just disregard that one. We're actually more focused on the part here which says configure. So once we click on configure, it'll show you like a list here. The first one is name, description, and instructions, and then also some little details here. So let's go ahead first with the name. The name would be the name of your app itself. So let's say, for example, my topic is about, well, of course, English, because we learn English here. But what specifics in the English world? Let's just say about punctuations. Then you can go ahead and type here, English. I mean, proper punctuations. So let's go ahead and type it here. I'm not gonna click enter because it might show the little dinosaur that says no internet. Okay, Punc- proper punctuations. And as you can see here, once you type here the name of your app, it will show here also the preview of what it will look like in the app itself. And as you can see here, this is our app. It's just a cube here. And as you can see, it is now the title or the name of our app. The next one is going to be the description. Like for example, you want to add something here. Like let's try to make it like this: helping student. There you go. So pretty much straightforward. It provides a description of what is this one about. You can make it as long as you want, but I think there's like a limit there. So that's about it, about description. And lastly is about instructions. So remember I told you earlier that there's no need for coding on this one. So it's like, imagine GPTs is like a person, and you provide it instructions based from your preference. Like for example, if you want GPTs to, let's say, hi GPTs, I want you to provide any kind of provide knowledge or ideas to the user in regards to proper punctuations. Make sure you talk to them politely if you want GPTs to talk politely. If you want GPTs to talk in Korean, it's also possible. So you can actually type here, also, please talk in Korean to any kind of user. And voila, once you start the app itself, it will try and, it will talk to any kind of user in Korean language. Doesn't matter, it can be Japanese, it can be, well, Filipino, as long as you provide here the instructions itself. There was one time when I actually asked my student, hey, I mean, last Saturday, I told him, "Hey, you can go ahead and provide instructions to your app," because I was like, ask, telling him to create an app for himself. And what he put here is, "Please be rude to the users." Okay, so that's a good question. Can GPTs be rude to the user itself? Actually, I tried the app itself. It cannot be rude. And of course, there are also censorship. Like, the GPTs cannot use real life names. Like, for example, Kim Jong Un, things like that. Another disclaimer is that when you are providing instructions, you can also give or tell or type here what you don't want GPTs to do. Like, for example, please do not give answers if the user is a student, things like that. So only provide them instructions or explanation. So that's pretty much it about instructions. And I think it's a lot better if you give also GPTs very specific, well, instructions on what you want it to do. Next one is conversation starters. Conversation starters are like, well, conversation starters. Pretty much straightforward. So let's say, what? Yeah, hello, or rather, punctuation. All right, so I type here what are punctuations. So I want you to notice what came up in the right side of the screen. All right, so actually, you probably noticed that there's like one sentence here, which is the one that I actually typed, and that is what conversation starters is about. It actually provides here some buttons that the user can click, or like an introduction to, well, the app itself. And you can actually make as many as, I think, 4 is the maximum, and it will show like 1, 2, 3, 4, and the user can just click on that one, and the app itself can provide answers. But of course, I won't click it because we don't want to see the dinosaur again, like what happened to the other screen. Next one is, of course, is knowledge. Okay, this is the fun part. Remember when I told you that GPTs is like a human? Well, somewhat like a human. Like like for the human, you give him or her instructions, well, by talking. But for GPTs, you give it instructions by typing. Now, of course, whenever we give instructions either to human or robot, sometimes we have to give them also like papers or the files itself. And GPTs is also capable of doing that one. And what I mean by that one is actually knowledge upload files. So the user or the creator will only have to click on this upload files, and he or she can upload any kind of files, well, related to the app itself. And you can go ahead and browse anything from the internet. I think images is also possible, because GPTs can also create and recognize images. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward, and you can upload, as I think the maximum for this one is about 5. I haven't tried 5 yet, but I think my assumption is about 5. And this one is actually connected to instructions. Like, you can actually say to GPTs, please only provide, well, explanation based from the knowledge or PDF itself, because GPTs sometimes tends to get information outside of the internet, outside of its app. Like, it can also browse the internet for answers. Because, are you familiar with Bing? Yes, Bing, which is actually owned by Microsoft, and it's like a Google Chrome for Microsoft. So Bing is actually connected to GPTs, and whenever whenever GPTs needs a little help, then it will try to browse from Bing.
Oh.
So you can actually tell GPTs that when it comes to providing answers, please do not browse in Bing and only refer to the knowledge, which is the files that are uploaded. So that's it. That is how knowledge connects to instructions. And lastly, this one, this little checkbox here that says web browsing, Dolly image generation, or code interpreter. Actually, you can just disregard that one. But if I may explain this one, for web browsing, yes, that's GPT. If you're allowing GPTs to browse the internet outside of the app, or another one is create images of its own. Now, I'm not sure if you have this question on your mind. Is GPTs free?
Yes. We have
No.
that question. Oh.
No, not yet. But hopefully, I'm actually hoping that this one is going to be free soon. But as for now, it is not free. And there's like a premium feature of GPT. Okay. So after we're all done with this one, the user or the creator needs to do next is just click on create new action, and the app will show itself here. Whoops, I think this one. And the app will show over here. And the user or the creator can try it out for themselves. Of course, you can still edit that one. All they have to do, the user will have to do, is just click on this button here, their account, and then it will lead them to this page. And all they have to do is click on edit, and they will go back to the page which.
Oh, so you can improve your app.
Yes, everyone can improve their app. Okay, so so what are your thoughts about this one? Let's start first with teacher Mika.
Well, it's this information is new to me. When I started here in ICAN, I regularly hear the word AI. So artificial intelligence, and I think this will be a very helpful tool for us, like when delivering our lessons. And also, I'm really amazed by by what you have, by what you have informed us, that we can make our own app in ChatGPT.
Yes.
And yeah, but unfortunately, it's not free. So
Yes.
we need to pay for subscription. I think in the future, if they allow it to be free, I think more people would will really
Enjoy this one.
yeah,
Yes.
enjoy this using the AI.
Absolutely. In regards to its availability to teachers, me and admin are planning to make another account, ICAN account, for the purpose of having this one to be used by all the teachers here. But that's gonna be on my to-do list. How about you, teacher Quincy? What is your thoughts about this one?
For me, knowing that app is, that's my first time to know that applications to like Teacher Mikai. And it's very helpful to the students as well as with the teachers, because it's so easy for the teachers to use, especially if you don't have a lot of time to do your activities or modules with your students. So it's very helpful. Ayun.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome.
All right, so that's about it for GPTS. I really thank you for coming here, and I'm gonna share this one tomorrow again for other teachers. All right, so Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go ahead and close the camera first. Am I correct? This is the, I don't know.